So I'm going to be talking about why physical education needs to have a bigger role in schooling. So I'm pretty sure all of you have experienced that PE class that seems like a big waste of time. You're just sitting there, you walk a lap, maybe two, and the other 30 minutes you're sitting around talking with friends. You could have been spending the time studying, cramming for your AP Biotech next period. However, PE is one of the few required subjects that you take throughout schooling. If it is so important to be required throughout schooling, why does it feel like a waste of time? I think this needs to be changed. I think this needs to be used more as a resource to help better our physical health, mental health, and help us improve in our academic ventures. JFK once said, "Intelligence and skill can only function at the peak of their capacity when the body is healthy and strong." And I couldn't agree with this more. I'm a big proponent of preaching healthy lifestyles and an active lifestyle. I myself practice an active lifestyle, and I have seen prominent benefits in both my physical health and mental health. Furthermore, I have also done ample research on physical activity and its benefits and how we can implement this into society. So by the end of through my talking, I hope to first show you what the curriculum looks like right now in physical education, some of the benefits from physical activity, and how we can apply the benefits and see them come to fruition in our students. So first, what does a curriculum look like? This is what a good diagram of how an active lifestyle should look like. It both is active in school and outside of school with the support of adults and various staff that are in contact with the children. Furthermore, here's some alarming statistics. This is the rate of high school students that met the daily 60-minute exercise minimum. On the far left, you can see in the dark purple that only 18% of all high schoolers met this requirement. So out of millions of high schoolers across America, only 18% of them are living a healthy, active lifestyle. That means millions are more prominent to obesity and overweightedness. This number does not get any better when we look at elementary schools. Only 22% of students aged 6 to 19 meet the minimum of 60 hours a day. In fact, schools only preach 2 hours of physical activity per week. This is 3 hours below the minimum, and how are we going to be able to meet standards if our school doesn't even follow them? Furthermore, there is no curriculum that tells us what exercises need to be performed. The only sort of testing or curriculum you could say is a curriculum is the California physical testing exercises. These various exercises are rudimentary and very basic, and they are supposed to judge if a student is fit or fit enough to pass the test. However, these are very basic, as I said, and can be completed even if you're not very fit. So I believe this needs to be reformed to more accurately represent one's fitness and show them how they can increase their fitness in the areas they're lacking. Now, if you are not exercising, obesity is a result. Now, this is an obesity map of 2017. California had an obesity rate of high schoolers at 14% of high schoolers were obese. In order to be obese, you have to have a body mass index greater than 95% of your demographic. Now, obesity can lead to various health consequences, some of them being a lack of energy, type 2 diabetes, an increase in colon, lung, and breast cancer, in fact. There are also the mental health issues. On average, obese individuals have less self-esteem, less self-confidence, and more likely to shy away from social interaction. Now, the good thing is, if one is obese, that is not forever. They can change that with some physical activity. So here are the benefits of physical activity. The physically active individuals have better cardiovascular health, bone strength, are able to control their weight easier. And they also reduce the prominence of bad diseases such as cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases as well. Now, the benefits don't stop at just physical benefits. There are also the psychological benefits. Those who live a healthy, active lifestyle have lower odds of contracting depression. It's lowered by 20 to 33%. They also see an increase in self-esteem, self-confidence, and the physical act of working out creates euphoria and feelings of happiness as the endorphins release in your body, and they are the feel-good hormones. Lastly, there are the intellectual benefits. Those who are physically active often have better memory, better cognitive focus, better standardized test scores, and are often behaving in classroom better than those who are not. And this is all logical, as an 8-year-old who has an innate amount of energy is going to have a lot of difficulty sitting in a chair for 2 hours learning about math if they haven't had ample time to let that energy loose. And lastly, this leads to my last point. How are we going to apply what we know, and how are we going to reform physical education? Well, only 59% of schools require their PE teachers to update their curriculum. Only 59% have them go to seminars, do ample research on how they can improve their physical education classes. There is a dominance of traditional methods, which basically means that PE teachers are teaching what they taught 60 years ago, when people lived much more active lifestyles due to the less prominence of technology, video games, etc. So the minimal activity in their PE classes could work because people were more physically active in their lives outside of school. However, with the changing times, we have not changed our physical education curriculum. Mississippi, surprisingly, is very innovative in their physical education. They are taking breaks out of their education and class time, 5 minutes every 1 hour to get up, stretch, go outside, get a drink of water to clear the children's heads. And this has shown prominent effects in test scores. Now, to summarize my main points, first I talked about the curriculum and the various demographics of our students in the United States. I then spoke about some benefits, and then hopefully had some ability as to how we can apply these to the current physical education curriculum. Now, before I leave, I don't want my message to go across the wrong way. I am not promoting a utopia. I'm not promoting everybody needs to look this way, weigh this much, have this percent body fat. That is not what I'm asking. I believe that we are all diverse. We have different genes which express things differently, and that is what makes society beautiful and what makes it beneficial for those in it. I do believe that people who want to change their lifestyle, who want to become healthier, who want to feel better, should have the means to, and education should provide that pathway. Too much focus is set on academics nowadays, and that is creating unhealthy habits such as staying up late, eating unhealthy, becoming more stressed, developing stressful habits. And I think that physical education should be able to offset this and should provide a means to a better lifestyle. So I leave you with, to reach one's full potential, one must be sound in both the mind and body. Now, if you guys want to go take anything away from this, go out, exercise a little bit. If you don't, that's cool too. I just want you guys to do what's best for you. Thank you.